Ray's Repair Zone. We have a 2001 F-350 with the 7.3 liter diesel engine. Terrible oil leak coming from, well, it's rolling down the back side of the engine and down into the ground, making a big mess, dumping engine oil. And I'm suspecting it's got to be something from the top end. The only thing I could think of is your high pressure oil pump. And I'm thinking down, if you look in between, like underneath the fuel filter and stuff, you can't really see, but you can see a shiny, it's right full of oil under there. And I'm thinking something to do with something under here that's leaking. I think there's could be a fitting, it could be anything here. I'm gonna have to get a light and then we can see better. But it's coming from the top, and the only thing I could think of is valve cover gaskets aren't leaking. They can't leak that bad. So it's got to be something to do with the high pressure. I'm thinking under here somewhere. Found a leak right below the sender here, and it's an engine oil leak, and I'm thinking that's what the sucker is. That's what's causing my problem. Massive oil leak. Looks like a fairly big plug too. I'm gonna have to unhook that sender. Shouldn't be that hard if I can get my hands in there. There we go, finally. Is that even gonna help? Okay, I got that plug out. Now can we, hope it doesn't go into the oil sludge down. Oh, I guess that helped a little bit. Yeah, it looks like there's something around that plug here. It's kind of a silicone or something with that part there. If you could see this stuff. Pulled that out from around that plug. An 18 millimeter. So when it was running, I put my hand underneath that plug, this plug that I'm trying to get on right here, and it was full of engine oil. So I'm thinking that's my culprit. Hope it's just something like a gasket or an O-ring or something, I don't know. Okay, that one's down in oil. Just my prediction. I have to get a magnet now to get that out of there. No, I don't think that's gonna work. It's a little loose. Oh, wow. I don't have to do nothing. That thing, I could back it out with my fingers. So I think that's my issue. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm loosening it. I'm taking this plug out right now with my fingers. So what the heck is behind it? Oh, I don't know if you could see this. It's a deteriorated O-ring. Terrible. I'll bet my last dollar that's where my leak was. Okay, I'll be back with another O-ring. That's gonna be my problem right there. I know it. I've got a Boss Seal O-ring kit, and I'm gonna get rid of this crappy O-ring here. I'll show you that O-ring afterwards. And then I'm going to put on, and it is 90 durometer nitrile rubber, because basically it looks like a O-ring Boss Seal the way they make it, as in hydraulic fittings. And I'm going to have to take that socket out of there because I'm sure it's the 17. Where are we here? I got my trusty magnet. How much oil do I have down here? I got enough oil down in the valley here to cover my socket. I can't find the socket right now, but I didn't know it's down there. It's got to be down there, right? There, sounds like, no. Where the hell is it? There. You can see my socket, and there's got to be like 2 inches of oil in there. Nice, very nice. Okay, in this kit, I'm putting on a 906. So 906 would be 3/8 outside diameter tubing. Inside diameter is 0.468 inches. The width of it is 0.078. So it's a 9006. That's what size number on this Boss Seal O-ring kit. And I'm pretty sure it's going to work because the other one is just toast. So here's the new one. Sorry for scaring you. There's the new O-ring. And if you use a Boss kit, or a Boss Seal with a 90 durometer nitrile, it's a harder seal. It'll take more pressure. So I'm not going to go to Ford and buy an O-ring for what, who knows, $7. I'll just put this one in and I'm sure it'll work. Where's that sucker? Right here. Basically, I blew that O-ring out. If a guy wasn't watching that and you're going on a long trip, I think a person could have major problems. Major engine problems if you don't watch out for that. Good important thing to check your oil on a daily basis. If you're going anywhere, check your oil. Just in case something like that happens. That would be just terrible. Engine like this would probably cost you, if you did it yourself even, probably $8,000 to $10,000. Okay, we're tightening this sucker back up. And then I'm going to stick a rag under there. I'm going to wipe it off. Then if I find out that this is the fix, I'm going to wash it all down because you got, who knows what I've got for engine oil underneath here, sitting in the valley. Good potential for fire. Okay, now I'm tightening this now. I'm going to wipe off this fitting, or the connector. Then underneath that fitting, I'm going to, or that plug, and wipe that off just so I know that it's fixed. There, it's all nice and clean and wiped off. I think I better put this plug back on. Okay, now I'm going to start it. It's going to be noisy. All right, here's the old O-ring. Pretty good shape, isn't it? It's what happens under high pressure. It must have deteriorated through time. That was hanging out from that fitting, and this was around it, that little plug. So you see it's almost, can't believe it. Oh well, that's what it is. That was my culprit. Now I'm just going to wash it down and she should be good, and fill it full of oil.